London 2012 Olympics. Some are doing very well, some not so well. How is Nigeria doing? Has it been inspiring for you? Well, we shall ask Mr. Esson that question because he's the editor at Complete Sports. Mr. Esson, you're welcome to Sunrise.
I'm happy to be back here.
How do you think we're doing?
We are going according to plan.
Oh, the plan was to fail.
Not to fail, because Mr. Bajimi was there last week and he was talking about people not being aware of sports generally. And I think that's the problem we're having. On Facebook yesterday, a lot of people were jubilating. 3 Nigerian athletes qualify for the semi-finals of the 400 meters.
400 meters.
But if you do a critical analysis, apart from the guy that qualified in the 400 meters hurdles, the other 2 cannot get to the finals. This is not magic, but we have a way of raising hope, and that's why I said everything is going according to plan. Because
why
in all
do
the
you say
events,
they can't get to the final? You're a pessimist.
No, I'm not a pessimist. You see, you can't give what you don't have. You can't be a 51 runner and want to compete with somebody who has a 49. This thing it takes time, it takes a process. So that's the problem. But a lot of people are not really enlightened. So when I was reading about this on Facebook yesterday, I said, see, they are raising hopes again. Just like the way they raised hopes about the Tigers. Because they managed to qualify, beat Lithuania, beat Greece. Everybody now thought they are good enough. They are good enough for the gold. We've forgotten that if not that we managed to get some boys from the US, we wouldn't have been there. So a lot of people just raise unnecessary hopes. That's why I said according to plan, because up till now, all the people that have competed, realistically, people shouldn't expect medals from them. Is it Oriola that attended his 6th Olympics? He has not really done anything. In the world ranking, he's nowhere. So why are we expecting medals from him? The 2 box, it's not about age.
Well,
it's not about age.
One of the matches that I watched, the Chinese boy who won was 16.
That's what I'm saying. I say it's not really about age. He's been there 5 times. This is the 6th time. All the while, because before a major championship, you have to look at the ratings. What was his rating before this championship? He wasn't rated among the best. So why are we expecting medals from him? The same thing our boxers. So that's why I said according to plan, because we've now got it to the stage where we should start winning medals.
Mr. Esson, you are discountenancing the grace of God. That always carries us through.
Well, that's the Nigerian spirit. I think I would just say that's the Nigerian spirit. We always believe God will do it when we've not done our own work very well.
We have some work to do, and then we'll call him to help us along, eh?
Yes. That's the grace that you need. Yeah. In whatever you do, you need God's grace.
For those who have qualified for the semi-final, especially Blessing Okagbare, what is your thought about her chances of being able to get any medal? Forget about the color.
On paper, that's why I said properly from today, because this is when we should start expecting medals. If Blessing doesn't win now, then we start asking questions. Well, we shouldn't even really ask questions because nobody is sure of anything. But pre-games, if you are predicting, you predict on paper that this is what is going to happen based on what a particular athlete has done over time. In the last 1 month, Blessing has been the most talked about athlete. She's really improved.
In Nigeria?
All over the world. Okay. She's really improved. Fine, the rest have really gone back to their shells to prepare. But she's improved. So she has that self-belief. And she's already in the mix for medals. With a little bit of luck, she can get a medal. And she may not get a medal. So it depends. But on paper, if you are predicting, she's one of the favorites for a medal. So this is the time we should start expecting medals.
So what about the others? 400 meters.
There's nothing in 400 meters for us. The women, because we don't have a men. The women, there's nothing in 400 meters for us because the best that we have has a 51 seconds best. And you are competing against people who have run 49. It is not possible. For you to even get to the final, you need to run a 50. So today now, it may be end of the road for the 2 of them. Then for the guy in the hurdles, Amechi Martin, he has done so well this year. In fact, this is his breakthrough year. He has a 48.79, and that alone can get him to the final. Getting a medal, from what I saw yesterday, is going to be difficult for him. But the guy has been really realistic, maybe because of his background.
Yeah,
he's from America.
Hurdle, he was visibly tired just before he went over the last hurdle.
No, when he hit that hurdle, he lost his momentum, which is natural. But he's a good athlete, and maybe because of his background, he's based in the US. He was born there. He's schooled there. He knows. That's why he keeps talking about, I want to make the final. Because that will be an achievement for him. This is his first Olympics, and he's only 22. But Nigerians, we're expecting to get a medal when we have people who are running 47. It's going to be difficult.
Now,
And
let's
Mr.
look
Ison,
at basketball.
Let's just say that this year it hasn't been a good Olympics for us. And we have 4 years to plan for the next one. What do you think we should be doing now to prepare for the next one? So that we can have a better showing?
What I'm going to say will shock a lot of people. You need to get a lot of people out of that system first. With the kind of people we have in the NSC, nothing will happen. Because they will tell you, oh, the budget has not been passed. Because they base everything on budget. They don't have vision. So if you don't have that, there's nothing you can do. Good thing we have people from the US now running for us. Because this little success we've had is because we have people from the US. We've not really developed anybody at home. It's either they are trained in America or they are born in America. So that is what we are actually thriving on now. The same thing with the basketballers. So we cannot build on what those guys have brought, maybe to start a developmental program. But unfortunately, the federations don't have money. They don't know anything about marketing. Then the NSC is not helping matters because of the kind of people we have there.
Sports is big business all over the world now. It's not left to government anymore.
But government has to show the way. You see, the problem with corporate body coming in is that they will be frustrated by government. That's the problem. If you want to come in and you are not, you don't want to play ball, they will frustrate you. It's as simple as that. So that's the major problem that we have. That's why I said a lot of people will have to leave that place. But if you are looking at the real solution, I think it has to come really from the top. If the president is interested, then everything will work.
Now, what should we be asking of the government?
The Nigerian government?
Yes.
I think the president has a big role here now. Because this comes from the head. If the president cannot, I think the problem is that they've not really seen sports the way sports should be seen. Like Madam said, it's a big industry. But we are not looking at it in that light. It's an industry that could have employed a lot of people. Look at rowing, look at swimming. We have rivers in Bayelsa. Those are the guys that should be swimming. There should be gyms there, there should be swimming pool. But unfortunately, we don't have anything of such. Just the other day, I was discussing with a friend. I said, for me, look at Lagos State. They have so many programs, adopt the talent, adopt this, adopt that. For me, that's just cosmetics. The real program is to go back to school sports. And when I say go back to school sports, because of the problem that we have now, the poverty in the land and whatever, why not do what some private individuals are doing? Create special schools for sports, where students will be combining education with sport. So they have different program, academic program. Instead of resuming at 8, for example, they resume at 9. They start training at 6, boarding school, scholarship. I think Cross River is doing something close to that. And for me, that's the short-term solution that we need. So that we can get a crop of people that can mature and give Nigeria a good name outside.
So if you're asking the sports bodies, if you're asking them a lot of questions, and we're asking the federal government as well, loads of questions, shouldn't we be asking our legislators questions as well? Because they pass the budget, and they should be able to look into it and say, sports development should be one of the key elements of development in Nigeria.
Maybe the new legislature in 2015. Definitely not this one. No. See, there was this time they were talking about probing the DG of the National Sport Commission. The whole thing has just fizzled out. And we've had series of allegations how they spent over 700 million on accommodation in Mozambique.
700 million.
Yes, as if we rented all the hotels in Mozambique. But nobody is asking the question again. They started, but the usual Nigerian way, when you make noise, I don't want to say something exchanges, I don't want to say that. But that's Nigeria for you. So nobody is talking again.
Why is Nigeria on the medals? Sorry, not Nigeria. Africa. No, we haven't got any medals yet. Africa.
We'll get one today.
We wish.
Where? How?
On the... what about Africa?
As of yesterday, South Africa has 3 gold medals.
Yes.
Okay.
Ethiopia just won one yesterday, 1 gold medal. Tirunesh Dibaba.
Okay. USA is ahead right now.
USA is ahead, yes.
Overtaking China.
Yeah.
Oh, GB has come up.
Yeah, they have. I think they won one this morning because as of yesterday it was 8. It was 8 gold medals. And they have a chance of winning another one this month, later today, especially in the triathlon, Jessica Hennings. So South Africa has 3 as of yesterday.
Did they win the tennis as well? Because Serena is playing.
No, Serena for US.
Yes, for US.
I thought you were talking about Britain.
No, okay, sorry.
I thought we were talking about Britain.
US may add one more.
So South Africa has 3, Ethiopia has 1, which will likely be 2 today. because Bekele is
Ethiopia
running.
has a gold medal.
Yes, because
Where,
Bekele.
where is my dear country?
We've
Nigeria,
not really
rise
been there.
up.
That's the problem.
Nigeria needs to rise up and take its place. I keep saying that.
We need to get the proper structures in place. Take sports back to the schools. That is what the Jamaicans did. When
So-
Mr. Bajimi was there last week, he was talking about PE being in the school curriculum.
It has to be.
It's not again.
It
It's
has
So
not.
who's going to start the campaign?
It has to start from government. That's the problem. Because a private individual, you can't go to schools. You don't have the power.
All right, we'll have to wrap up at that stage. Alero?
Yeah, that's well. We need to thank Mr. Esson for coming this morning, even though he's a bit pessimistic. But that is the reality of our situation.
I said up till now, naturally, realistically, we shouldn't have expected any medals.
Okay.
Yes.
That is the reality of our situation.
And that's the reality. But now
Exactly.
that's not pessimism. Because I said as from today, we may start winning.
Some people are still hoping
We
against
may.
hope out there.
No,
that we will win
because
2
no, there's no
golds
certainty
today.
that this person is going to win. Let me give you an example. Sonia Richards in the 400
Mr.
meters.
Esson, I was actually rounding up. Thank you very much. Thank you
So
very
I
much
think
for
Mr.
coming.
Esau is a realist rather than a pessimist.
Okay. This is-
I will
The
accept
reality
that. I
of
will
our
accept that.
situation.
Yes.
I will accept
Thank
that.
you very much for coming, Mr. Esson. Mr. Esson is the editor at Complete Sports. But we still have enough time to prepare for the next Olympics, and some countries are preparing for 2020 already. What stops Nigeria from starting that preparation now if we want to excel in the Olympics? After all, it is the greatest event in sports the world over. Why shouldn't Nigeria feature nicely, positively? We're on the medals table. We're winning medals. What's wrong with that? Can anybody answer me that question?
Absolutely nothing except what is called the Nigerian factor.
Please throw that in the dustbin. So that's our package. We hope that when we come with a fresh show next week, we will have at least one medal somewhere, even if it's only a bronze. We will be able to say, congratulations, Nigeria, for bringing home a medal.
Golden Brown.
So we will bring you a fresh edition next Saturday. I'm Alero Iju, wishing you a happy weekend. And God bless.
And thank you very much for watching and staying tuned. We hope that the road is now clear on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway because it affected the program today. We're hoping that you will have a great weekend and God bless, and we'll be back next week. My name is Kayode Akintele.
Bye-bye.